Okay, so in this video we are going to practice using still, already, and yet. Now these are simple words, but the use of these words or the function of these words is sometimes not so simple because there isn't only one. Each one has several different uses and functions. Okay, so let's just get started. Let's talk about still first, okay? Someone asks a question. Have you decided which school you're going to? I guess if I were to read this correctly, have you decided which school you're going to? So one person asks this to maybe a high school student or a recent high school graduate. Graduate is somebody who finished school. All right, and someone until now has not decided. Has not decided until now. So we can use still in this situation. We can use still in this situation. That means something still is usually used when something was going on before and continues until the present or now. Okay? So we can say it like this. I'm still thinking it over. I'm still thinking it over. If we just say I'm thinking it over, if we say I'm thinking it over, this doesn't work. This is only now. But it doesn't suggest that you have been considering it. You have been considering it. If you just say this, it doesn't give the full meaning. So we use still to say it was going on before and also now. I'm still considering it. I'm still thinking it over. Think it over just means to think about something carefully and maybe to take time as you do it. So to think something over. To think something over. All right. Even though I suggested that she quit the job, she's still working there. Even though I suggested that she quit the job, she's still working there. So even though means in spite of something. In spite of something. That's how you use even though. So somebody said you should do this thing, and the other person has continued doing that thing anyway. Okay? So she is there now and was there before. She is still working there. Or we could say, and later we're going to talk about yet, she hasn't quit yet. But that's a little bit more complicated. This actually is not exactly the same. Not exactly the same. So we will talk about that later. Okay? A couple more examples. I understand almost everything, but something still isn't clear. So this still is a remainder, a remaining thing of something that was true before, but now is going away. So before, you didn't understand anything, maybe 0%. You understood nothing of what somebody told you. So you can say, I can't understand anything. And then somebody explains it to you better. Someone explains it to you better. And you say, I still can't understand. That means you also understand 0, even though somebody has explained it. So you would only say this one after somebody tried to explain it more clearly. And you also don't understand. I still can't understand. So they explain it even more clearly. And this time you understand some. So you can say, I understand a little, but not completely. And then they explain it more clearly. Now maybe you're at 80%. You understand 80% and 20% you cannot understand. So before your condition was nothing, now it's 80% you understand. That's pretty good. Now you can say, I understand almost everything, but something still isn't clear. Still here means something left from this period. Something left from this period. So we can use this for history sometimes. Many buildings from ancient China are still standing. So that means they continue to stand. They remain. Right? Many buildings from ancient or very old China are still standing. Okay? So here are a couple of rules about still. If there are no negatives in the sentence, still is between. If there is, let's say, not in the sentence, still is before. All right, so maybe you can't understand. Let me try to give you an example. If we have not, still is before the verb. I still can't understand. My phone still isn't or is not, let me make it more clear, is not working. My phone still is not working. I still can't understand. Okay? So these two have still before the verb is because they have a negative in the sentence. Negative means not here and not here. But if there is no negative, then we can put them in the middle between the verb and perhaps the preposition. So for example, my phone is still on. My phone is still on. Okay? So is comes before still in this case because there's no negative. There's no not. Okay? So that's basically how to use still. All right, now let's practice already. Already. And I'll just give you a couple of examples. It's already 7 o'clock. Now let's make it a question. Where does the time go? It's already 7 o'clock? Where does the time go? So, already is used to mean something has happened, whereas before it didn't, or that there is some surprise that it has happened. There is some surprise that it has happened. So, in this case, there is some surprise. It's already 7. That means I cannot believe that it is 7. Maybe you thought it was only, I thought it was only 5. Right? So time seems to have gone very quickly. Time flies, we say. That's an idiom. That's an expression. Time flies. It seems to have gone very quickly. Okay? So I can't believe that it is 7, or it's already 7. It's already 7. So that's when we usually use it. Or that something has happened in the present and we don't need to think about it anymore. Where does the time go is very similar to time flies. We just are surprised that time has passed so quickly. Here are some more examples. I started saving last month and I've already got $1,000. I don't need to write dollars. I have the symbol for dollars. I've already got $1,000. Okay? Well, what does already add to the sentence? I started saving money last month, and I've got $1,000. Well, that's fine. That's a good sentence, but it doesn't have any suggestion about the speed that you have saved, right? But if you say, I've already got $1,000, now the meaning is changed. Now it suggests that your progress is going well. Your progress is fast, right? Until now, you have this much, and you are happy you have this much. I already have $1,000. So I've done it very quickly, maybe more quickly than I expected. So you would say this when you want to emphasize the speed. And maybe you're surprised that you've saved $1,000, but this one is not about surprise. This one is to emphasize or to focus on the speed. The speed, okay. You need to call your father for Father's Day. So maybe a mother says to her son, you need to call your father for Father's Day, right? Father's Day, usually children call their parents if they're not at home. And the mother is reminding her child about this, to remind her child to call his or her father. But maybe the son says, I already did. I already did. That means I have done it. I don't need your reminder. So the mother gave a reminder, but something has already happened. If you just say, I did, it doesn't emphasize the fact that you don't need the reminder, the fact that you did do it. It's better in this situation to say, I already did. That means something has happened and I'm focusing on that it did, right? That maybe I'm focusing on my responsibility. I'm a good child that I can do this. I already did. Many people say it's already done when something can't be changed. Can you change? Can you change it? Maybe you wrote an email and sent it and somebody asks you to change something, but it's already sent. So that's why you use it. You don't say, I sent it. That doesn't emphasize anything. If you say, I already sent it, that suggests that nothing can be done to stop it. Nothing can be done to stop it, okay? Let me give you another example. Even though I've already seen X-Men, I want to see it again. Okay, so X-Men is the name of a movie, but it was so good that I would like to watch it again. I have watched it one time. I've seen it before. Why do I say already? Why do I say already seen it? Well, I want to emphasize that it doesn't matter that I saw it. I emphasize that it doesn't matter that I saw it. I want to see it again. So already is used to emphasize the thing that has already happened. If you simply say that something has happened and you don't use already, then it's a little bit easy to miss the point. If I just say, even though I've seen X-Men even though I've seen X-Men, I want to see it again. It kind of doesn't make the point very clear, but if you add already, it makes the point much more clear, much more vivid, much more vivid. Okay, and it's difficult to miss the point, difficult to miss it. It emphasizes that. All right, now let's talk finally about yet and how to use it. Okay, I'm going to use X-Men again. Have you seen X-Men yet? No, I haven't. Or, have you seen X-Men? No. Needs to be a comma here. No, I haven't seen it yet. Or, no, not yet. No, not yet. Now, why do I say yet here? Well, yet means that something has not happened until now. Something has not happened until now. Okay? But why do we use it? Well, if I just say this, have you seen X-Men? No, I haven't. It doesn't emphasize anything. It simply means yes or no. But if I say yet, that suggests or implies or suggests that you know I will or wanted to. Maybe I told you last week that I wanted to see X-Men. So you know I have the intention to see this movie. And so when you ask me this, you should add yet, because you know that I will at some point. I had the intention. So it means I still plan to do that, but until now I have not. Okay? Have you seen X-Men? No, I haven't yet. This means inside of this sentence means no, but I want to soon. That means I plan to see it, but until now I have not. Until now I have not. Okay? So yet is used to mean until now no, but I have the plan to do it. I have the plan to do it. Usually that's how it's used. Let's go back to our example with school. Have you decided which school you're going to? Well, I could say I'm, like we said before, still thinking it over. Or I could say I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided yet. Now, what's the difference between these? Well, I'm still thinking it over means that I'm continuing to think about it. And I haven't reached a result. Haven't got the result yet. I haven't made up my mind. I haven't made up my mind. But saying I haven't decided yet means no decision has been made, but I will make one. So this is focusing on the result. There will be a result. I will decide. I will make a decision, but it hasn't happened, right? I'm still thinking. So this one is focusing on the result. The result is not there yet, but it will be. Or I plan to make it happen. And this one is focusing on just the thinking. Okay, this one is focusing on the thinking. Another example, I know I shouldn't smoke. And I want to quit. But I haven't done it yet. That means, again, I will quit smoking, but until now, I have not. We shouldn't buy our tickets yet. The trip is still 3 months away. So that means it's too soon. We will buy our tickets, but until now we should not. At this time we should not. Okay, we will do that, but now it is too early to buy the tickets. 3 months before the trip, maybe it's a little bit too early. So we shouldn't buy, we shouldn't buy our tickets yet. Okay? The trip is still 3 months away. All right, let me go back to my smoking example and show you another way to use yet. Yet can be like but or something contrary. I want to stop smoking, yet whenever I try, I fail. Or I know I shouldn't smoke, yet I can't stop myself. I know I shouldn't smoke, yet I can't stop myself. So this is something that is contrary or against it. It's similar to but in this situation. So this is a different meaning of yet. Okay, this is a different meaning of yet. This meaning of yet is similar to but. Okay, and let me just show you one similar way to use yet that's similar to the first way. It means until now, no, but it's phrased in a different way. It's written or used in a different way. I have yet to hear a convincing story about UFOs. I have yet to visit Mexico. So it's the same meaning, but it's just a different form. It means until now, no. Until now, no. Means until now I have not heard a convincing, that means a believable story about UFOs. UFOs means alien ship, spaceship. Okay, that means I have not heard a story that is believable until now, but that means maybe I will. I'm waiting to hear one. Maybe I will hear one. Like this one, I have yet to visit Mexico. I have yet, that means I have not until now, but probably I will, or maybe I will. It suggests that perhaps I have the intention to do that. Okay, so this is just another form, another way to use yet. So remember these different ways, these different sentences, these different meanings of still, already, and yet. Practice making your own sentences. If you want to send your sentences to me on WeChat, please do that. I will help you. I will make corrections. I can give you some advice. I can give you some tips. Okay? So if you have any questions, just let me know, and I will see you next time.